What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning into the Vibe Show. I'm Vashawn Mosley, the host of the Vibe Show. And today we got a special guest, a beautiful model, my friend Paige. What's going on, Paige?
Hey, what's up,
What's going
everybody?
on? What's up? So let's start from the beginning. Tell the people where you were born and where you grew up.
Okay, so I was originally born in Glendale, California. We moved all around in Glendale. I've also lived in Burbank, La Crescenta, La Cañada. Um, I grew up going to elementary school over there in La Crescenta and middle school. So I went to Ramsey Junior High, which is over there by the Foothills Boulevard, and it's pretty famous for some famous people have been there, went to school there.
Okay.
Um, then when I was 14, I moved here to Arkansas, which is relatively close to Texas. Um, there wasn't a lot to do. It kind of sucked because I was in the middle of my preteen years. So everybody already had their developed groups, and it was really hard to find a group to fit in. And I've kind of never really fit into a group, even through high school, growing up in Arkansas.
I got you.
Yeah, so I was always in different groups, in different cliques, and I never really wanted to define myself in one group. Like I grew up playing soccer for 12 years, through elementary school to high school, and in Oklahoma, as well as playing on the school's team. So I mean, I've just kind of been everywhere. And then on top of it, I had friends that were skaters, so they would hang out at the skate park. But then I was also like into every art class that I could possibly get my hands on. And then I was also into like metal music, so I went to shows all the time with all the emo kids.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
yeah.
got you. So I guess growing up, you was more with the boys than the girls.
Oh yeah, and that's just because I was, raised with a bunch of boys, and how I kind of told you before we got interrupted.
Yeah,
I grew up with all like boys, my cousins, and I was like the ringleader of all of them.
I
So
got you.
kind of having relationships with boys was kind of like friendships
Yeah,
was, yeah, normal
yeah.
to me, very
You just
normal.
felt more comfortable with the fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. So being so would you consider yourself a tomboy growing up
Oh
or
yeah, I was
okay.
definitely tomboy growing up.
Okay. I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
I was always getting dirty, or always like I didn't care.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So where was the transition or where was the motivation to finally say I'm a pretty girl? What about modeling?
So I'm actually an artist. As I explained before, I've also
Yeah.
been into many art classes. Um, so I realized I wanted to go to college for studio art. Then I met a girl when I was working actually at JCPenney's as a merchandiser, and she was in merchandising with me, and she just told me she got a degree in studio art, and I was like, good thing I didn't use that as an actual career. And then I started thinking of other ways to actually make money, and that was through modeling. And then I actually started learning how to put on makeup and wear dresses and do stuff like that. So that's kind of where it all tied in because it was part of the job.
Okay, now what was that an easy transition from skating and doing the boy stuff to being girly? Was that an easy
Oh,
transition?
no, definitely, because I literally thought that girls who wear makeup all the time were superficial and stuck up and really like into themselves.
Oh, I got you. I got you. So did you have to do this on your own or did you finally well like when you realize that you can use your image and to do modeling did you find a group of girls that can kind of help you or you just did everything on your own?
No, I actually enrolled in beauty school and I was going to go for cosmetology originally. And I dropped out because I realized I didn't like it at all. Once I hit the floor, I was like, this is not for me.
I
And
got
then
you.
I went and transitioned to being an esthetician. And then it started helping me figure out, beauty and being in the beauty industry and how to upkeep, like not only your facial, like maintaining your face, but also like doing makeup and your hair. And it just kind of pieced it all together with the industry I was already in.
Okay. Okay. So So now you in your mind, you thinking, okay, modeling may be for me, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What was your well, okay, before we get to that, far as family, your cousins, grandmama, like what was their thought when you said I want to model?
Oh, everybody was against it 100%.
Okay, 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 that's good. That's good. So here we are, ready to model. We wanted to do the cosmetology thing. It wasn't for you. So now that you got in your mind, don't mind modeling, right? What would
Well,
go
the
ahead?
thing is I always wanted to be a model when I was like in high school, but you know how like agencies a scam and all this stuff, and then you get looked away, or you know like someone's gonna kidnap you or
Yeah,
something, because there's always family safety, but at the same time like they don't really help you like get developed into this industry. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. So it always kind of scared me about like all kidnapping and stuff. So when I did actually start getting into it at 19, I kind of got scared out of it again with boyfriends and stuff, and then
I
I
got you.
reapplied to put myself in there at 25, and then that's when I started. I think 2 years later, I started with trade school with cosmetology, and then that's when I started really seeing the industry for what it was and its full development of the potential it could have.
Okay, okay. So now everything's cool. Modeling is fine, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What was your first approach to modeling? Did you have a word to mouth photographer? Did you advertise on social media? What was your first approach to modeling?
I Googled it.
Huh?
I literally Googled how do you be a model.
No, no, no. I mean, first approach meaning what your first photo shoot or your first
Oh
paid
yeah,
gig?
so I
What was
like
your approach to
my
getting
whole
the
thing
first
is
gig?
I first Googled how to be a model. I literally put that in the search type. And then it brought me up to all these different things in Google and what models make and what they're supposed to do. And then it started giving me agencies. Then it started giving me,
Oh,
these places. And then I came over across Model Mayhem. Then I was like, what is this? So I started doing my research on Model Mayhem. And then when I signed up 6 years ago, I got my first gig off of Model Mayhem.
okay, okay. And that website's still around.
Yeah, I use it very
Yeah,
frequently.
okay, okay, good. So you got your first gig off Model Mayhem.
Hmm.
Awesome, awesome. Now, do you remember what all that entailed? Like what that shoot was about? I know it was long ago, but do you remember everything like what that shoot was all about?
Yeah, so I actually ended up shooting with that photographer 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
And he was really nice. I just broke up with my ex-boyfriend and I didn't have a phone at the time. It actually blew up because if you drop your phone a certain way, it kind of like blows up, like the 5Cs did. And so I took a huge risk because I only had my desktop, and then I had applied to this gig and I was just going to go for it and just see what happened. Like I was walking into this blindly. And so like I always had like in the back of my head that someone's going to kidnap me or it's going to be unsafe or all this stuff. This guy did have references. He had like 20 to 25 references and he seemed like a good guy and he didn't give me any bad vibes. So then when I actually did go it, I just took a chance and then that's how it all started.
Awesome. Awesome. So I mean, like what was like a normal time? Like an hour shoot, 2 hour shoot. What was a normal time
It was
for a
like
shoot?
a 2 hour and a half shoot.
Two
Yeah.
hour and a half shoot?
Yeah. And it was in Lakeland. So at the time I was living in Lakeland and we ended up going to like a state park, and it was like they had like a river, and so the guy, he provided all the wardrobe, he had everything, so I didn't have to worry about that. He actually ended up picking me up and taking me to the park and then provided the wardrobe and then told me how to pose and how to wear the clothes, and then he was showing me the photos as he was taking them, and I thought it was the best thing in the world.
Awesome, awesome. So okay, so you was kind of like a fish in water when it came to modeling.
Hmm.
That's sweet. That's sweet. And everything kept progressing. Uh, now let's talk about when it comes to modeling and you doing it yourself, right?
Hmm.
let's talk about the pros and the cons to booking your own stuff, like booking your own shoots and meeting with photographers on your own. And well, what is the pro about it, and what is the con? Like when it comes to a location, getting to places, how long it take, how much money you make. What's some pros and cons to modeling the way you're doing it?
There's a lot. I would have to say, like, do your research. I definitely would not have gone on my first photo shoot if that guy did not have references. If I didn't communicate with him and knew that I was going to be safe. And yeah, safety is number one. If you don't feel safe, you don't have a good intuition, and you don't have any references that this guy's a real person, then I would say don't do it. But if you have those and then you feel okay about it, then do it. Because at the end of the day, you're kind of doing it for yourself, and anybody can say it's unsafe. But at the same time, it's unsafe to naturally just even drive to work because you never know what's going to happen.
I got you. That's my
yeah.
now, far as the money though, do you feel like do you feel like you charge a lot, not enough, or you charge by, like, talk about the money part?
So it depends, because for me, I feel like I charge in a decent amount in order to get from city to city, because one time I'll be here in Houston, and then if I travel to Dallas, that's 4 hours. So that's a 4-hour drive with gas and my time and trying to eat while not being,
So you kind of you try to fit all of that in.
Mm-hmm.
That's wise. That's very smart. That's very smart.
And then when I get there, like it also depends, because I have rates and not everybody comes to me all at once to get jobs. If they did, that'd be great. But I do get people that come to me, but then also I have to go to people who are looking for models. Yeah. So then when those people are looking for models, they're not necessarily paying my rates. They're paying the rate on which they have a model. So it's not really what I would intend to put out there as my rate. Sometimes I just gotta do what it is in order to get a job done.
Yeah. Oh no, that's understandable. That's understandable. Now that you back in Texas though, is it like how hard is it, or how easy is it for you to schedule between different jobs? Because of the traveling part.
Like, what do you mean?
like let's say two people want to okay, perfect example, right? You in Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say a photographer in Houston want to use you, and a photographer in Port Arthur want to use you the same day. Like who do you schedule first, or what kind of time you make to do both of them in a day, or how you do it? Like,
well, of course, local comes first.
Okay.
And then anything after town, I have to figure out what fits in my schedule, or, if it's close enough to, like, I want to say, like, I don't travel any more than 6 or 8 hours a day.
Well, Port Arthur is super close to Houston.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know where that is.
You don't know where Port Arthur, Texas?
No.
It's like an hour away from Houston, Texas.
Okay, so if it's an hour away, I would say that I would schedule one shoot in the morning, and then I would schedule the other shoot at evening, so I'd have a lunch break.
Okay, all right, that's smart.
Yeah.
And now, have you ever did 2 shoots in a day, or you like to stretch them out?
I do 2 shoots in a day if it's local. Like, I've done one here in downtown in the morning, and then I'll do another one in the evening if it's by Missouri City.
Okay. Well, but now, so I mean, it sounds like everything is pretty much going good, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what about when it comes to you personally? Like, does it take a toll on your modeling, or do you just work through the stress or feeling tired or down? Talk to us about personally how you feel, doing the work that you do, and how it affects you, your relationship. Talk to us about that.
Personally, I kind of, like, when I'm upset, I do work through my stress, and it is a stress reliever. But then sometimes I don't know when enough is enough, and I book myself too much to where I'm, like, physically and mentally exhausted.
I got you. I got you. Now, what about now is there anything that you do to kind of de-stress or relax after a shoot, or like is it anything you do to kind of wind down? What's your routine to wind down from a shoot or a long drive coming back? What's your routine just to wind down and just woo-saw?
I kind of just, when I first get home, I kind of just take a bath, and I kind of take that time to, relax and take a bath. I'll get a glass of wine, or, maybe some like rum and coke. And I'll just be sitting there drinking while I'm taking a bath, just kind of tuning out the world, blasting some music. Just got to have you time for a little bit.
I got you. Now, when it comes, no, that's fine. I mean, that's awesome. Now, is it a certain music you play while you're in the bath, or you just like the quiet?
Yeah, I just play my playlist that I usually listen to.
Okay.
I like Spotify a lot, so I like discovering new artists. I'm not really major on listening to mainstream artists. My boyfriend actually gets mad at me because he's like, "You don't listen to the radio," and I'm like, "No, I like to listen to real artists, trying to strive to get where they're gonna get, because that's the real music."
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you. So you don't mind discovering the new artists that's out that'll never be on the radio. You don't mind discovering new artists.
Yeah, I find it very inspirational.
Good, that's awesome. Now, when it comes to relationships, how does that help or hurt with your modeling career?
Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes I do have to sacrifice my relationship, and it's not great all the time because I'm constantly traveling or not here, and then it kind of leads to me getting stressed out, and then it kind of doesn't create a great home life for me in my relationship sometimes, because I kind of take it out on my relationship. But it's kind of hard when you've had so much and you just don't really know where to channel it all.
No, that's understandable. That's understandable. And do you find like it's rough to find guys that really understand your situation?
Well, first of all, I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist.
No. I'm saying no, not that. I'm saying, do you find it hard to like if you was a single girl or any model that's like a single girl, do you think it'll be hard for them to find a guy that understand their situation?
Oh, a guy. I think you said
God. No, not guy. If you let's say you're a single girl, but you're a model, but you want a relationship, like what would a single girl have to like? Would she have to look for to notice that this guy might be cool with my profession?
Well, I definitely feel like if I didn't have a boyfriend who wasn't in the industry, it'd be a lot harder, because I have had boyfriends that weren't in the industry and they didn't understand it, and they were overprotective and jealous, and they didn't want me to model.
I got you. Okay, so it's better to find somebody that already understands the industry. So
it's very hard to explain.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So now, when you're not shooting, what do you like to do? What's your routine? What you eat for dinner when you got a date to yourself?
I actually enjoy cooking. I cook a lot at home. I kind of like when we go out.
Do you give the food to the homeless? Because you like 70 pounds.
I really like cooking at home. So if I have a time to cook food from scratch, I'm doing it.
Awesome.
I'm really picky about, the stuff that gets served at restaurants and stuff, because if it's not cooked a certain way, or I know it's not cooked the way that I can cook it, I'm just like, this is gross.
Okay. So you're a beautiful girl, you're a model, and you don't mind throwing down in the kitchen.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Now, so what's your favorite meal to cook?
I would have to say I really like cooking spaghetti. I just cooked chicken Alfredo the other day. I how to cook pork tenderloin soon. Made burgers the other day from scratch, which was really good.
Now are you cooking because you love to cook, or are you cooking because you feel like you know what you're putting in your own food?
Yeah, I know what I'm putting in my own food, and it tastes better.
I got you. I got you. What about baking? Do you do any pies, cakes, cookies?
No, I eat pretty healthy. I don't really like fatty types of foods because
All
it kind
right.
of makes me feel gross and sick.
Okay. What about grilling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you will grill and everything. You just don't really bake too many breads.
Well, I don't really like greasy foods. I was raised off of eating sushi a lot growing up, especially
Okay.
having a Filipino grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like huge into like sushi and Japanese food, and it's really good for you, and uh, it doesn't have a lot of grease. So anytime that I cook or I'm cooking spaghetti or hamburgers or something, I make sure that I'm taking out all of the grease or there's little to any grease so I don't feel that type of like
Dang, you
grossness.
eat as healthy as me. And that's the problem. You see how skinny I am? That's
Yeah.
we eat too healthy, mama. We eat too healthy. People be like, man, won't you eat something fried? I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I mean, I do indulge. I really do like fish and chips
Yeah.
are really good. I do like popcorn shrimp and
Okay, so
fries.
every once in a while, but you try to cook healthy when you cooking.
Yeah, but I also do get a lot of healthy food. I do end up getting a lot of Starbucks food that's very healthy, and
Uh-huh.
then I ended up getting like a poke bowl a lot and I eat sushi a lot. So yeah, I eat pretty
Okay,
healthy.
okay, okay. All right. Well, I mean, is there anything else that we don't know about Paige that we need to know? Talk to us right now.
Well, I would have to say I don't have it as easy as much people would think that I do have it as easy as they think that it would because of my good looks. I just started actually just getting into my looks 6 years ago, so that to me is hilarious.
Okay.
um,
So hold on
um,
real fast. I'm gonna ask you a quick question. So you feel like, because a lot of people do, a lot of people feel like if you're a pretty girl, the world just opens up, everybody give you everything for free, life is wonderful. And you feel like being a pretty girl, that's not true.
no, it's not. I mean, I get it just as badly as everybody else, and sometimes I would have it worse because I don't have parents that actually help me. I have a mom and dad, but I don't know where they are, honestly, and I don't know what they're doing, and they never help me. So how would I have it better?
I got you. I got you. I got
Just
you.
because I'm white doesn't mean I'm privileged.
Not even that. Just off your good looks, people just assume everything is given to you because you're cute.
Hmm.
But that's not
Yeah,
true.
that's not true at all. I work for everything that I've had.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, I'm
I mean,
glad you.
that's why I'm always hustling. That's why I'm always looking for a job. That's always I'm having something go because I have to have something to live for. If I didn't have modeling, I don't know what I would have because honestly, it's my entire life.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. And you're doing a good job, Molly. You know what I mean? You looked out for me. Awesome. I've loved you for it. So no, you do wonderful job, Molly. Now, is there anybody that you would like to say what's up to, hey to, anything?
Uh, I would like to take this time to appreciate my grandma. So my grandma's been like she's been like the best lady on earth. She basically raised me and she was like my mom growing up because my mom was absent. But she's always believed in me and throughout modeling, even if she thought it was unsafe and uncomfortable, she was always cheering me on. She's always been cheering me on since day one and she's the best lady on earth. And I love my grandma. I love you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, now, the biggest thing, even after all of that, if somebody do want to get in contact with you to hire you, how would they go about doing it?
So I have a bunch of social medias that people can get in contact with me. I have my email and Instagram probably because I'm on there all the time. And then if you want to book me on Instagram, just email me and ask for my phone number. I'll most likely give you my phone number because Instagram likes to swap the messages and become tricky like that.
Awesome. Okay, so on your social medias, and could you just call out your Instagram real fast?
So my Instagram is Instagram slash right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Slash Paige. And then after the E is Lithe. Wait, no, that's my old one. Sorry. So it's Instagram Paige. It's Paige Hoffman. No, it's Lady.
Look it up now. Look it up because I don't want the
Okay.
world to be looking for you and they find somebody else.
Okay, so it's Instagram Lady Paige Hoffman.
Awesome. Awesome. And on Facebook, give your Facebook.
My God. I think my Facebook is Paige Elithe, so it's just Paige and then Elite, which is Elithe.
Okay.
It's Paige
Paige
Elite.
Elite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that's it too.
But there
All
is
right.
a link tree in my Instagram that has all of my links.
Perfect. Perfect. So your link tree on Instagram for all your info.
Mhm.
Awesome, Mama. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know you like, what is my friend doing? I didn't even tell you that I had a show now, did I?
No.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad I saw what you posted. I was like, okay, now I got to put on the show. Why haven't I put on the show? So thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for helping me out when I needed you.
Yeah, thank you for having me join, and it was awesome to talk to you again. It's been forever.
Awesome, man. You know, I keep up with you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's no problem. All right, thank you so much, Mama, and I can't wait to see what you got going on next in 2022. What's your big what's your resolution for 2022?
To be bigger and better, but there are things in the works that I can't even talk about right now. So.
Okay, all right. So we'll hold on. Now, will you promise me to come back on the show on a later date to talk some more?
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I'm Bashan. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Paige, my wonderful, wonderful modeling friend, and we'll see you next time. Peace.